49 seconds of silence exposed FBI Director Kash Patel's systematic lying to Congress. Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett asked one simple question. You told Congress FBI arrested 23,000 violent felons. Is that true? Patel confidently said yes, absolutely true. Crockett pulled out FBI internal report actual. Number 8,414,600 arrests were from previous administration. You stole their success. You lied. 49 seconds. Patel couldn't explain 14,600 stolen arrests, couldn't defend systematic deception. Crockett delivered devastating blow. You lie about Epstein. You lie about statistics. You lie about everything. When freshman Congresswoman from Texas exposes FBI director's most brazen statistical fraud with internal documents entire. Nation watches credibility collapse live on television. September 17th, 2025, 2:34 p.m. House Judiciary Committee hearing room packed, 312 people in spaces for 250. FBI Director Kash Patel sat witness table, supremely confident Navy suit, perfectly pressed American flag. Pin gleaming. He had just finished 3 hours of testimony defending FBI's record, boasting about arrest statistics, claiming unprecedented success. Under his leadership, Democrat Representative Jasmine Crockett sat at committee desk, her usual passionate demeanor replaced by cold prosecutorial focus. She had thick folder in front of her, folder that would destroy Patel's credibility, forever change everything. The hearing had been contentious from start. Republicans praised Patel's leadership, rattled off impressive statistics: 23,000 violent felons arrested, 1,500 child predators behind bars, 300 trafficking networks dismantled. Numbers were impressive, almost too impressive, sounded too good. Representative Jim Jordan had opened hearing by saying, under Director Patel's leadership, FBI has achieved arrest numbers that previous administrations could only dream about. These are facts, not spin. These are results. Democrats had been skeptical, pressing on Epstein files, questioning suppressed investigations, demanding transparency. But Patel had deflected everything with bureaucratic precision, and those impressive numbers: 23,000 arrests, 1,500 predators, 300 networks. Republicans kept returning to statistics as proof of Patel's effectiveness, as vindication of Trump's decision to appoint him, as evidence Democrats were wrong. But Jasmine Crockett had been unusually quiet for 3 hours, not asking questions, not making speeches, just taking notes, studying documents, occasionally conferring with her chief of staff. Her silence made people curious, made reporters wonder what she was planning. Crockett was never quiet, never restrained. She was known for passionate speeches, for viral moments, for making powerful people uncomfortable. Her silence meant preparation, meant something big, something explosive. At 2:34 p.m., Chairman Jim Jordan recognized Representative Jasmine Crockett for questioning. The room shifted slightly. Crockett was unpredictable, known for surprise attacks, cameras focused tight on her. Ready. Director Patel. Crockett began, voice calm, measured, controlled. I want to start by confirming some numbers you've given this committee and American people. Patel nodded, confidently, relaxed, completely. Of course, Congresswoman, I'm happy to clarify any statistics you'd like to discuss. I'm proud of our record. Perfect. Crockett opened her folder. You've testified multiple times, including this morning, that under your leadership FBI has arrested 23,000 violent felons. Is that correct? Patel smiled broadly. That's correct, Congresswoman. 23,000 violent offenders taken off streets, more than 100% increase over same period under previous administration. It's achievement. We're very proud of. Proves we're doing job right, and you personally take credit for this achievement. Crockett pressed, voice steady. I take credit for empowering FBI agents to do their jobs without political interference, without bureaucratic obstacles. Patel said confidently, yes, those are our numbers, our achievement, our success. Crockett paused, let silence hang. Moment. Our numbers, she repeated slowly. Whose numbers exactly? Director, FBI's numbers under my leadership, Patel said, still confident, not seeing trap approaching. Crockett pulled out thick document, held it high for cameras. This is FBI Statistical Analysis Internal Report dated July 2025, classified. Until last week, do you recognize this document? Director Patel's smile faltered, slightly visible discomfort. I'm not sure I can discuss classified internal reports in open hearing, Congresswoman. This was declassified 3 days ago, specifically for this hearing. Crockett said firmly, I'll ask again. Do you recognize FBI Statistical Analysis Internal Report? Patel Shifted uncomfortably in chair defensive. I may have seen similar reports. Yes, possibly. Perfect. Crockett open document. Let me read key findings for you. Quote, total arrests attributed to current FBI leadership 8,400 violent felons. Additional 14,600 arrests claimed in public statements were initiated, processed, and completed under previous administration leadership. End quote. The room went completely silent. 312 people stopped breathing, stopped moving. Shocked Director Patel. Crockett continued, voice rising. You claimed 23,000 arrests. This report, your FBI's own internal report, says only 8,400 were actually under your leadership. The other 14,600 were from previous administration. You stole their success. You lied to Congress. You lied to American people. That's not accurate characterization, Patel stammered, defensive, panicking. Those arrests may have been initiated previously, but we completed them. We brought them to conclusion. We finished work. You completed them. Crockett interrupted sharply. So if I start building house and you put on roof, you built hole. House, is that your logic? Director, Congresswoman, arrest processes are complex. Patel tried. Recovering cases can span multiple administrations. It's not fair to attribute credit solely based on Director Patel. Simple yes or no question. Crockett cut him off. Did 14,600 of your claimed 23,000 arrests begin investigation and prosecution under previous FBI leadership? Yes or no answer. 5 seconds past 10 seconds. Patel stared at document, unable to answer, unable to escape trap. 15 seconds. I'll take your silence as yes. Crockett said coldly, let me read more from this report. Quote, statistical methodology review indicates systematic overcounting by attributing completed cases from previous investigative work to current administration. This practice inflates actual performance numbers by approximately 63%. End quote. 63%. Director, you inflated your numbers by 63%. That's not rounding error. That's not methodology. That's fraud. 20 seconds. Those are internal preliminary findings. Patel tried weakly, desperately, not final conclusions. Methodology is complex. Accounting standards vary between administrations. They're your own agency's findings. Crockett shot back. FBI's own statisticians say you're lying. She held up another page. Here's email from FBI Chief Statistician Rebecca Torres to you dated March 15th, 2025. Quote, Director Patel, I must formally object to practice of characterizing arrests initiated under previous administration as current administration achievements. This violates standard statistical protocols and misrepresents FBI performance to Congress. End quote. Patel went pale, visible even under lights. That email is taken out of context. She was raising questions, not making accusations. Your response. Crockett pulled out another page. Quote, Rebecca, thank you for input, but the important thing is showing Congress this administration is delivering results. Please find ways to present numbers favorably. We need to demonstrate value to oversight committees. End quote. 30 seconds. That's not what I meant, Patel said, voice rising, losing composure completely. What did you mean? Director Crockett pressed relentlessly. You told your own chief statistician to present numbers favorably, even though she formally objected that you were claiming credit for previous administration's work. What does present favorably mean if not lie, if not deceive? Congresswoman, I resent implication that I would deliberately. Patel tried standing. Sit down. Crockett commanded, voice thundering through room. I'm not done. Let me read what happened next. Rebecca Torres was reassigned 2 weeks after sending that formal objection, moved from Statistical Analysis Division to Administrative Duties in Human Resources Division. She pulled out another document. Here's her resignation letter dated April 2nd. 2025, quote, I cannot in good conscience participate in systematic misrepresentation of FBI performance data to Congress. I resign effective immediately. End quote. You fired your chief statistician because she wouldn't help you lie to Congress, because she told truth. I didn't fire her. She resigned of her own accord, her own choice, Patel said desperately after you reassigned her in retaliation for objecting to your statistical fraud. Crockett shot back after you punished her for telling truth, for maintaining integrity. 40 seconds. The cameras captured everything. Patel's face showed panic, desperation, sweat forming. Let me make this absolutely simple. Director Crockett said you told Congress 23,000 arrests. FBI's own internal report says 8,400. Actually, yours 14,600 stolen from previous administration. Your chief statistician formally objected. You reassigned her in retaliation. She resigned rather than participate in lies. Is any single part of that Statement incorrect. Patel's mouth open, no words came. He looked around desperately, searching for rescue from Republican colleagues. None came. They sat frozen, realizing they'd been defending lies, been repeating fraud, been complicit. 49 seconds after Crockett first asked yes or no question, Patel finally spoke, voice barely audible, broken, defeated. Statistical methodologies can be interpreted different ways. What matters is outcomes, not processes, not no. Director Crockett interrupted loudly. What matters is you lied. You told Congress FBI arrested 23,000 violent felons. You took credit for 14,600 arrests from previous administration. You inflated your numbers by 63%. You punished chief statistician who objected. Those are facts, not interpretations, not methodology. She leaned forward, pointing. And here's why this matters. You've used these fake numbers to justify budget increases, to defend suppressing Epstein files, to claim FBI is too successful to need oversight. Every defense you've made, every justification, every deflection is built on lies, on fraud. Crockett pulled out final document, and it's not just arrests. Director, this is full statistical audit of your public statements conducted by independent Congressional Research Service. 92 separate claims to Congress, all inflated, all misleading, all fraudulent, all lies. 1,500 child predators arrested. You claimed real number 603. 300 trafficking networks dismantled. You boasted real number 112. Crime rate decrease of 40%. You testified real number 18%. 200 terrorism plots disrupted. You stated real number 74. 5,000 gang members arrested. You announced real number 1,900. Every single number you've given Congress is lie. Every statistic inflated. Every achievement stolen from previous administration or completely fabricated out of thin air. The room erupted completely. Democrats demanding resignation, Republicans sitting in stunned silence, unable to defend, unable to justify what they'd just witnessed, unable to explain. Representative Jim Jordan tried weakly. Mr. Chairman, Congresswoman, we need to verify authenticity of these documents before making accusations. They're FBI's own documents. Crockett interrupted, holding them higher. FBI Director Patel's FBI signed by his own statisticians, his own auditors, his own chief analyst, before he forced her out for telling truth. She turned back to Patel. You know what's most interesting, Director? When I asked about Epstein files, you said, can't discuss ongoing investigations. When I asked about suppressed evidence, you said, privacy concerns. When I asked about Maxwell transfer, you said, Bureau of Prisons jurisdiction. But when I ask about your arrest numbers, suddenly you're very comfortable making specific detailed claims. 23,000, you said, confidently. 1,500 child predators, you bragged. 300 networks, you boasted, but it was all lies, wasn't it? Every number inflated, every statistic manipulated, every achievement stolen from people who actually did work, who actually made arrests. Patel tried weakly, desperately. Congresswoman, if you look at complete picture accounting for complex factors, multi-year investigations. I am looking at complete picture, Crockett said, and picture is FBI director who lies about everything, who inflates numbers 63%, who fires employees, who won't participate in fraud, who steals credit from previous administration. 14,600 arrests, who uses fake statistics to avoid accountability, to suppress investigations, to protect powerful people, to maintain power. She gathered her papers deliberately, slowly. I'm calling for immediate independent audit of all FBI statistics under Director Patel's leadership. I'm calling for criminal investigation into whether he committed perjury by knowingly providing false information to Congress, and I'm calling for his immediate resignation because he's lost all credibility. Because if you'll lie about arrest numbers, you'll lie about Epstein. If you'll steal credit for 14,600 arrests, you'll suppress evidence about powerful people. If you'll fire chief statistician for telling truth, you'll do absolutely anything to protect yourself and your political patrons. Anything. Representative Katie Porter, Democrat, stood to support Mr. Chairman. These statistical frauds are serious. I've reviewed documents independently. They're authentic, FBI's own work. This is perjury. Clear-cut. Republican Representative Nancy Mace surprisingly agreed. Shockingly, Mr. Chairman, I'm Republican. I voted for Trump. But if FBI director systematically lied about statistics, that's disqualifying. I don't care what party he's from. The hearing room descended into chaos. Republicans trying to distance themselves, Democrats demanding accountability, Chairman Jordan banging gavel repeatedly, but damage was catastrophic, irreparable, complete. Within minutes, statistical fraud trending 3.7 million tweets. Patel lied about numbers 2.9 million, 14,000 stolen arrests, 2.2 million, 63% fraud, 1.8 million. Rebecca Torres fired, 1.3 million viral videos spreading everywhere exponentially. CNN Anderson Cooper open shaking head, visibly disturbed. This is extraordinary, unprecedented. FBI Director caught systematically lying about arrest statistics. His own agencies. Internal reports prove he inflated numbers by 63%, stole credit for 14,600 arrests. Fox News struggled, even supportive anchors uncomfortable. Brett Baier looking troubled. If these internal FBI documents are accurate and they appear to be authenticated, this is very serious problem. You cannot inflate statistics by 63% and claim its methodology. MSNBC Rachel Maddow. Jasmine Crockett just exposed systematic fraud. FBI director didn't just exaggerate, he stole 14,600 arrests from previous administration. Fired chief statistician who objected. This is criminal behavior. Social media exploded completely. TikTok video of Crockett's 49-second destruction, 42 million views in 5 hours. Most shared congressional moment of year, shattering records. Legal experts unanimous. Former prosecutor Ken White. This isn't political spin, this is criminal fraud. Providing false statistics to Congress is federal crime. Perjury at minimum, possibly more. Constitutional scholar Lawrence Tribe. If proven beyond doubt, this is impeachable offense for FBI director. Lying systematically to Congress about performance undermines entire oversight system. Within 72 hours, FBI whistleblowers came forward confirming everything, validating every claim. Special Agent David Chin. We were explicitly ordered to count arrests from Obama and Biden administrations as Trump administration achievements. Everyone knew it was wrong, but we were told comply or face consequences. Career over FBI statistician Maria Rodriguez. I objected to methodology repeatedly, was told either cooperate or find new job. Saw Rebecca Torres punished, knew I'd be next. Kept quiet too. Survive. Special Agent Jennifer Walsh. Director Patel explicitly told us in meeting credit all completed arrests regardless of when investigation began. Inflate numbers, show Congress we're winning. Justify budget. September 21st, 4 days after Crockett's 49-second destruction, Department of Justice Inspector General announced formal investigation into statistical fraud, potential perjury charges, witness retaliation, obstruction. September 24th, 1 week later, Kash Patel resigned effective immediately. Letter blamed political persecution, weaponization, partisan attacks. Made no mention of statistical fraud, no mention of 14,600 stolen arrests, no mention of fired statistician, no admission of wrongdoing. Trump tried defending initially desperately. Fake news. Democrats lying about numbers, attacking great FBI director. Our numbers are great, best ever. But even Fox News pushed back, uncomfortable. Mr. President, these are FBI's own internal documents, your FBI's own statisticians saying fraud occurred. Trump went silent, stopped defending Patel within days, pretended he never existed, erased from memory. For Jasmine Crockett moment became defining achievement of young career, showed freshman Congresswoman could hold power accountable with preparation, evidence, courage, methodical prosecution. In interview week later, Crockett was asked how she prepared. Response was detailed, methodical. I spent 6 weeks going through every number. Patel claimed, cross-referenced with FBI internal documents, FOIA requests, whistleblower testimonies, built case like prosecutor, because that's what congressional oversight is, prosecution of power with evidence, not rhetoric. She continued, when I found Rebecca Torres' resignation letter, when I saw she'd been punished for telling truth, I knew we had him. You don't punish truth tellers unless you're hiding lies, unless you're guilty. Congressional analysts called it masterclass in oversight, preparation, precision prosecution, using agency's own documents against corrupt director, devastating, effective victims, advocates. Praise stand with survivors. Statement. Crockett showed if Patel lies about statistics, lies about everything including Epstein, if he'll steal 14,600 arrests, he'll suppress evidence about powerful predators, anything for power. Political scientists noted significance. This wasn't partisan attack, this was evidence-based prosecution. Showed oversight can work when done properly, with preparation, with courage. 49 seconds. When Patel couldn't defend, couldn't explain, couldn't justify systematic fraud, accomplished what months of questioning couldn't expose. Not just lies about one case, but pattern of deception, corruption, willingness to do anything for political survival, for power, sometimes most powerful weapon against Corruption isn't subpoena or special counsel, it's Congresswoman, with FBI's own internal documents showing director inflated statistics. 63% stole, 14,600 arrests, fired chief statistician, lied systematically to Congress, chose power over truth. Jasmine Crockett proved that day that numbers don't lie even when FBI directors do, that internal documents matter, that whistleblowers who risk careers for truth can change everything, that methodical preparation defeats propaganda, defeats lies. When you catch someone lying about statistics, lying about arrests, lying about success, you catch them lying about everything, including why they're suppressing Epstein files, protecting powerful people, destroying evidence, choosing politics over justice. Choosing self-preservation over accountability. 49 seconds of silence told America everything. FBI director who lies about 23,000 arrests will lie about protecting presidents, will lie about Maxwell transfers, will lie about anything to maintain power, to avoid accountability, to protect himself, to survive.